a jam-packed show coming up with some information on Vi McGeer calls memories from World War II, and Stephanie Perez-Munzo talks about Hispanic Heritage Month. And don't go anywhere because Christopher Pellecchia and Alison Webster will be here with something you don't want to miss.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Sponsorship comes from Furniture Direct, with locations in Hattiesburg, Laurel, and Columbia. Are you looking for a deal? Lots of styles on a good value? You can find them on Facebook at Furniture Direct Hattiesburg for the latest specials and promotions. Or you can shop anytime at FurnitureDirectNow.com. You can see why Furniture Direct is your furniture destination.
Welcome back to Southern Miss Today. Let's kick things off with some on-campus news. Jones College is partnering with Southern Miss in support of National Journalism Project. The collaboration will give students more opportunities for training and experience in reporting, writing, and media production. Two Southern Miss graduate students, Nyla Griffin and Laura Stolal, have been named scholars by the Public Company Accounting Oversight Board. The honor recognizes accounting students nationwide for academic achievements and leadership. Southern Miss has launched a new program to expand career pathways in health and pharmaceutical sciences. The initiative is designed to prepare students for a growing number of jobs in medical research and drug development and related fields. The Southern Miss Dixie Darlings have been invited to perform at New Orleans Saints halftime show. The performance will put the university's prestigious dance team on one of the biggest stages in professional football. In Hattiesburg news, Treasure Tales thrift shop has temporarily closed after a car crashed into the building. Authorities say no one was seriously injured, but the crash caused significant damage and the shop will remain closed while repairs are made. Roadwork on Richard Berg Road is set to begin Monday with closures expected during construction. Drivers are encouraged to plan alternate routes. One teenager has died and a child was airlifted following a wreck on Highway 98. Authorities say the crash remains under investigation. In Mississippi news, in Oxford, a 2-day human trafficking operation led to the rescue of 5 victims. Authorities say multiple agencies worked together on the effort, which also resulted in several arrests. Mississippi Highway Patrol is investigating after a pedestrian was struck and killed on I-59. Authorities say the incident remains under investigation. A detainee in Magee was found deceased in their jail cell. Authorities say the circumstances of the death are under investigation. Thousands of visitors are enjoying the 37th annual Mississippi Pecan Festival. The events feature live music, food vendors, crafts, booths, and family-friendly activities. Festival organizers say attendees are coming from across the state to celebrate local culture and course of the beloved pecan. In national news, a mother and her 3-year-old daughter were found dead days after being reported missing. Authorities are investigating the circumstances surrounding their deaths. A woman lost all 4 limbs following a dog attack. Police say that incident is under investigation as officials work to determine how it happened. Bad Bunny has announced as the halftime performer for Super Bowl Sunday. Fans can expect a high-energy show when the event takes place next February. All right, here's your pop culture scoop. Taylor Swift is teasing her next album, The Life of a Showgirl, out October 3rd with a new promo video and a pink shimmer vinyl at Target. Lady Gaga dropped her new single, The Dead Dance, with a gothic Tim Burton-directed video. And in Paris, Beyoncé and Miley Cyrus surprised fans with a duet that's called one of the biggest pop moments of the year. That's your pop culture scoop, and before we wrap things up, here's a little inspiration to take with you today. You gotta dance like nobody's watching, love like you've never been hurt, sing like nobody's listening, and live your life like it's heaven on earth. William W. Perucchi. And just a quick reminder, September is National Suicide Prevention Month, and I just want to take a moment to speak directly to anyone listening who's having a hard time. It's okay to not be okay, and you don't have to face it alone. There are people who care and want to listen. Take that step, reach out, you are worth it. And that's our news update for today. You're tuned into Southern Miss Radio, and we'll be back in just a minute with sports and weather, but first, a quick word from our sponsors.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care would love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
All right, Golden Eagles, here's your Southern Miss sports scoop. Football. The Golden Eagles picked up a win over Jacksonville State on Saturday, moving to 3-2 on the season. Next up, Southern Miss travels to Georgia Southern on Wednesday, October 9th. Kickoff starts at 7 p.m. Women's soccer. Southern Miss battled Georgia State to a 1-1 draw in the Sun Belt play. The Golden Eagles continue their conference schedule this week against Troy. Men's golf. The Golden Eagles wrapped up a competition at the Badger Invitational in Wisconsin, finishing in the middle of the field. Next up, the Little Rock Invitational in Arkansas later this month. To keep up with all the Golden Eagles sports activities, head over to southernmiss.com. Golden Eagles, if you're headed out, here's the weather you need to know. Today's looking mostly sunny with highs near 89 and lows around 67. Light winds and bright skies. Sun's out, skies are clear. Ideal day to step outside and yes, maybe even touch some grass. Up next, we have Phil McGeary recalls memories from World War II. Check it out.
This is Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage at the University of Southern Mississippi and supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. I'm Bill Ellison. During World War II, American long-range bombers decimated German industrial sites in order to shorten the war. Phil McGuire of Macon recalls his decision to become a ball turret gunner on a B-17 Flying Fortress.
I was smallish and eager and so forth, so I accepted the position as the ball turret gunner. So I became a ball turret gunner on the Brunk crew. Now let me tell you a little bit about the ball turret. It was very crowded, and all the crew except the ball turret gunner was assigned a flak suit, which was a steel rib type thing that went over the front and over the back and down to about halfway to your knees. And then you had a helmet, a metal helmet that you wore. And then you had parachutes, of course. Well, I was assigned a parachute, but I couldn't wear it in my turret. So I would tie it. I had my piece of rope, and I would tie it up in the waist of the plane, because if the plane started down, erratically, no telling where that chute would end up. So I wanted to know where my chute was when I got out of my turret. And so I would tie it, and then on the end of my bow knot that I tied it with, I would tie a handkerchief or something so I could find it real easily. Then I would crawl in my turret.
To learn more, subscribe to the Mississippi Moments podcast or visit cohch.org. Mississippi Moments is supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. The humanities are for everyone.
Coming up, we have a special guest you don't want to miss. That was Phil McGeary.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Sponsorship comes from American Graphics. Located at 8 Commercial Warehouse Drive in Hattiesburg, American Graphics provides custom screen printing and embroidery. They can be reached by phone at 601-602-2277, and the website is goamericangraphics.com. American Graphics, printing at its finest.
Let's welcome Christopher and Allison to the show. How are y'all doing today?
Doing great.
Doing great.
Can you tell us how you first became involved with the school, or the DuBard School?
So I've been a part of DuBard School for over 18 years now. I became a volunteer, a graduate student, and then eventually worked my way into a position on the staff there. So I'm currently the director of the school and have been in that position for the last 2 years.
Congratulations.
I've actually been part of the DuBard School since the last 2.5 years. I started as a parent of the DuBard School, and I was actually a graduate student here at USM when I realized my son had some needs in his speech development. And I graduated with my PhD from Southern and ended up joining the staff as the development manager. And so I help fund the school and make sure the lights stay on.
That is amazing, and I love how you joined because of your son. Like, that's beautiful. What about the DuBard mission resonates with? What about DuBard's mission resonates most strongly with you?
So our mission is to bring and give the gift of oral and written communication to individuals who have difficulty. And so it started back in 1962 with Dr. Etoile DuBard. She was one of the first speech correctionists in the state, which we now know as a speech language pathologist. And she came to USM to work with 3 students who their parents were faculty members here. And she stayed and she worked with these individuals and knew that there was a need to grow that program. And so giving the gift of oral and written communication is very important because so many of us take that for granted. We come out of the womb talking basically, and we just catch on really quickly. And so we've continued her legacy and continued her vision. We're now up to 80 children that we serve, and we broke ground May 30th on a new building on our Gulf Park campus. So we'll be serving 80 more children there as well.
That is awesome. How have you seen the work at DuBard School make an impact in the community?
So I guess I'll take this one. I joined DuBard School as a parent first and foremost, in getting my son enrolled in the school to help him with his battle with apraxia. And for us as a family, the difference from when he started at the school to now, 2.5 years in, is just night and day. His ability to articulate words, to speak, he's beginning to read. He's doing all the things that we would hope and want our child to see going into first grade. So the difference is life-changing. And I don't say that as a staff member. I say that as a parent of a DuBard student.
And I will add that, I've been there long enough now to have children that I served, children I taught who have graduated from us, left, went back to their high school, gotten their regular high school diploma, and then come back as Southern Miss students. And so just seeing the full circle moment of them back on campus as students is very exciting.
Why is it important to support organizations like DuBard that serve children with speech, language, and hearing and academic disorders?
Well, like I said earlier, we take it for granted that we just are able to learn how to communicate, read. It's not been a big issue for a lot of us, but there are children who struggle, children with hearing impairments, ADHD, Chris mentioned apraxia, language disorders. And so if we don't treat those early enough, if we don't provide them the therapy and the resources, then they're more likely not to ever graduate from high school, more likely not to be able to get a job out in the workforce. And so early intervention, being able to provide services that are life-changing are very important. We see generations changed by parents being able to support their families because they now have the skills to be able to be successful.
How does DuBard's location on the USM campus enhance its mission and collaboration?
So DuBard is right in front of Asbury Hall. So it's part of the College of Nursing and Health Professions. We are the playground right in front of Old Row. So if you see frat brothers walking around, sometimes we've got some partnerships on campus, like ATO, for example. They helped us by doing a crawfish boil for us. We have a lot of overlap with the athletic program, for example. So the football team has come by, Coach Huff has come by, brought some of his teammates. And so we've got a wonderful combination of community as well as university resources combined with the typical public school and state-funded resources that kind of all come together to create this very special little place called DuBard School. And now we're going to have those same things down on the coast as well.
In what ways do students benefit from working with DuBard?
So for us, being able to have kinesiology students, graduate students as well from the speech and hearing department, nursing students have come over. We've worked in partnership with the music department. It allows especially future educators to know the types of children they probably would come in contact with. How do you communicate with them? How do you get them to understand the directions that you're giving them? Most of the time, our children, our specific children we work with, will be in general ed classrooms. And so teachers need to know how to communicate, work with those students, work with the special ed student or special ed teachers as well. And so there's nowhere else like it in the Southeast that you can just walk from your class into a public school on your campus and see what's happening.
Can you share about the friend raiser event?
Yeah, so this Thursday, October 2nd, we are having our Speakeasy fundraiser, friend-raiser, I should say. And so this is our annual event. We've been doing the event since 2012. This is our way of allowing the community to come in, for us to say thank you to those that have supported us as donors, to invite others to come and see what the DuBard School is all about, get to meet the staff in a little bit of a different environment, a little bit more comfortable, friendly, and exciting environment. We have live music from Maidwood, street music. They'll be there as well. There will be alcohol served, so it's a 21 and up event, but it's open to the public. We have tickets available on our website, which is www.dubardspeakeasy.com. You can order those now to save a little bit of money. It's $50 now. It'll be $60 at the door. But this event essentially is just there to allow our staff and our donors and to recognize the individuals that are important to the school and just bring the whole community together. It'll be downtown at the bottling company, so it's a nice, cool venue to highlight our 1920s theme. So this is the longest. There's several events in town every fall and every year that have got kind of a Great Gatsby or Roaring 20s theme. This is the longest standing one. The bottling company is a great place to do it, and yeah.
And we came up with the name Speakeasy because that's what we do for our students. We provide them services to be able to speak easy. And so 12 years ago when we decided this is what we wanted to do, we thought that was the perfect name, as well as who doesn't like to dress up in a flapper and go out and dance and enjoy the night. So it's always fun to be able to share what we're doing with our community.
Yes, ma'am. What do you hope this event achieves?
Well, we really always, like in the name, the friend raiser. It's not about necessarily fundraising at this event. We just want more people to understand who we are and what we do. That leads to partnerships down the road. Who can we invite to come in and see, whether this is local or state legislators? Would it also be university leadership? Because that's important for us to be able to stay in what we're doing and providing not only for our 80 students that we serve, but all the college students that we serve. Plus, we're a source of resources. So we're able to. We may not serve every child we need to serve, but we can help you find the services that you need. So we hope people will join us to be able to just hear more about what we're doing, about our expansion. We're super excited about that because we've had families driving every day to bring their children to school in Hattiesburg when they live in Ocean Springs or Gulfport. And so being able to take something to that community is going to be life-changing for them.
How do you balance the fun/the social side of the event with the mission messaging?
Well, I think that our mission speaks for itself. I think it's very obvious that the impact that we're having on the kids. I know I brought my son to a number of events, and he's been out there in the public. We've been conducting more and more outreach events throughout the year, and so this event is kind of our culmination of all of those things to come together. And so we like to thank and invite those that have been a part of those previous events to this one. Again, there aren't children on the premises for this, so we do have a little bit of a private award ceremony at the beginning where we thank some of our most important donors or individuals that have helped the school throughout the years, both past, present, and future. And then the event itself actually starts up. And so the general public that are buying tickets, they're not going to necessarily be there for the award ceremony part. However, they get to enjoy all of the fun afterward, the food, the drinks, the music, and everything else.
Are there any new initiatives or projects that funds from this event will help support?
It's always to help keep the doors open. You know, our children, it takes us anywhere from $22,000 to $24,000 every year to educate each child that we serve. It is no cost to the families because we are a public school. We do receive state funding, but of course it's never enough. We provide OT, occupational therapy, and physical therapy to our students, and it's very costly. So we help raise funds just to keep these students there. But I would say a lot of what we're doing this year is really geared towards that expansion. We do have the funds to cover that building. We have a federal grant plus some private donations, been able to get that building built for us, but we still have to fill it. We have to fill it with children, we have to fill it with staff members, and we will need to fill it with the materials that are needed. So definitely using it for here in our current campus, but of course looking to the future for what we're doing down there.
How can attendees continue to be involved with the DuBard School after this event is over?
Well, we've got a number of events throughout the rest of the year going into spring. One of our most fun events that we have in December will be our Breakfast with Santa event. And so if you've got little children or you want to just eat an all-you-can-eat buffet in December, we'll have that event. We keep our Facebook page up to date quite well. So you can always check on our DuBard School Facebook page to learn about whatever other outreach events. In the spring, we have the Crawfish Boil fundraiser with ATO. I believe we'll be doing that again this year. Honestly, the best way to stay in touch with us is to follow our social media and follow our website.
And if any of our college students need hours, volunteer hours, or want to experience what it's like, we are always open to volunteers. So you can call the office and we can get all that set up for you. It's a great opportunity, especially if you have something like Lucky Day and you need those hours. Just walk from class straight into the school and get your hours there.
Can you share a little bit about how you first got involved with the program, how you volunteered and then came to filling a position?
Absolutely. Well, I did not start out as a speech language pathology major. I went to Jones College as a pharmacy major, and I did not like it at all. And so one of my friends said, you need to go and see what a speech pathologist does. And so I followed her lead and did that and absolutely fell in love with the profession. And so I came to Southern Miss, did not know a lot about DuBard School, being that I've never had a sibling or anything who needed those services. And so I found out through one of my professors, who was Dr. Maureen Martin. At the time, she was the director of the school and was the director for over 40 years. And so I volunteered, went into the classroom, and she then asked me if I would like to be a student worker. And so I applied and became a student worker, then a graduate assistant, and the week that I graduated became an employee as an SLP in a classroom. So from there, I've worked with children mostly who are older, and then moved my way into administration. I received my doctorate in educational administration so that I could continue our mission and continue to work to be able to have the school doing what we're doing today. So I think once we kind of say it's like Hotel California, you can check out, but you can never leave kind of thing. We just love it there. It's a big family. We get very attached to our students. We want what's best for them and their families, and I hope that all of our college students realize that and see that as well. It was great to have the football team come in and see that because so many of them are new to Southern Miss and they need to know who they're sharing campus with. Why do we have a playground in the middle of campus? So it was great. You know, not all children develop the same, but it doesn't make them any less deserving of the same services and the same quality of life from here on out.
And to get involved, is it just as easy as walking in and saying you want to get involved, or is there a process you have to go through?
There is a process. Southern Miss requires that we do a background check, And so it's very simple. Typically, we can give you the form right there in the front office, though. If you stop by, we're on K. James Drive. You can walk into the front door. The ladies there at the front office can hand you a form, has a QR code. You fill it out and apply to be a volunteer. And so you can stay on. We even are there in the summer. We're an 11-month program. We're there August through June. And so if there are summer hours that the students need, we will be there as well.
Thank you so much, Christopher and Allison, for joining us today and sharing your voices with our Eagles. We really appreciate it. Coming up next, we got a news wrap from Stephanie Perez Munzo, who talks about Hispanic Heritage Month.
Hispanic Heritage Month is a month where people are given a chance to learn and celebrate the contributions of Hispanic and Latin cultures. There are events across the country, but many have been canceled or postponed due to immigration concerns. However, in Hattiesburg, Vice President of the Mississippi Latinx Art Association, Jacqueline Gonzalez Wooten, says she and her team still wanted to host their event in different areas downtown.
We hired some musicians to come and play in different locations in town, and they were going to play music that was Latino inspired.
Despite the immigration concerns, she feels that it is important to show the value of the Latino community here in Hattiesburg.
You need to be out there expressing what your culture is, and we need other people to be able to, help. And so, yes, I think now more than ever, we think now more than ever that we need to continue doing that.
Grad student Adele Orozco sees this month as a way to celebrate her and her family's accomplishments.
I have achieved what my parents' idea of the American dream was. It's a moment to recognize their achievements during this time.
Orozco is not from Mississippi and noticed that there was not many Latinos here, but is happy that there was an event held for Latinos. I'm Stephanie Perez Munoz with SMTV.
Thanks for listening to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. Big thanks to Seb, our audio engineer, Carl, our assistant producer, and Meadow, our video producer, for keeping this bird flying. A special thank you to our program director, Adeline Fields, and our general manager, Dr. Martin. We appreciate everything you do. I'm Sam Romeo, signing off. Don't just get through the day, make it count, keep shining, and don't forget to be someone. Y'all